So last time I was here, I did a presentation on Canada, and I was pointed out afterwards there were some factual inaccuracies. So I'm here this time to talk to you about the entire history of Canada in 5 minutes. And Canada is basically the bastard offchild of France and England. But the name Canada comes from a weird incident in 1535 where French explorer Jacques Cartier ended up talking to some random Iroquois men in what is now Quebec City, and he said, "Hey, what is this area?" And they said, "Canada," which means settlement, and he went, "Great. That's the entire country's name." Basically, the country named off something. And it was fine until about 1867 when we created the actual Canada. But it was only in 1965 we got our actual flag. It took us 98 years to get a real flag, which you can see there. Canada is a giant place, and to give you an idea, we could drown all of England in just 5 lakes in a country of thousands. But to give you an idea, all of the UK could fit into Canada 41 times, but we only have half the population. Most of it is taken up by bears. So that's not a fact. But to give you an idea, it's 72,000 kilometers long. I live in Toronto, my dad lives in Edmonton. It takes 30 hours to drive there. So when you complain about driving to London, shut up. Our first Prime Minister was a Scot named Johnny MacDonald. He's best known for being the first Prime Minister and also being a huge drunk, including one time he was so wasted at a debate that he threw up on the podium and then continued, and we re-elected him 6 straight times. This is our current Prime Minister, Stephen Harper. He's about as likable as a dead fish with deader eyes, and this is him just about to eat that cat. He makes David Cameron look soft and cuddly. I'm also going to speak about our 10th Prime Minister, just very briefly, William Lyon Mackenzie, who, aside from helping us get through World War II, was best known for having secret seances, mostly with his dead mom, but occasionally with us, and I swear to God, his dead Irish Terriers, all of which were named Pat, except for one which was named Bob. Thank you, comedy gods. I don't even have to try and write these things. Canada's weird place names. We actually have the only place in the entire world with 2 exclamation points in the name. It's Saint Louis de Haha in Quebec, but we also have emo, sexsmith, Vulcan, head smashed and buffalo jump, and dildo. Not to forget about that, we also have upper dildo. We have a lot of animals, my personal favorite being the moose, which is one of the largest land mammals basically in the entire world. It weighs up to 1,500 pounds if it's a full-grown male, hence the headline, "Sister hits moose on the way to visit sister who hit a moose." We also have French people. We have the second largest city in the entire world instead of Paris, full of French people, that is Montreal, but it's kind of like Scotland due to the fact that the food's really unhealthy, the people are unintelligible, and they're constantly trying to leave. Canada is the second coldest country on the planet that's full of people. We also have the snowiest capital. And if you think you can escape by moving to the coast and being like, "I'm on an island, it's fine," the photo on the right, that is on an island in Canada. They got 9 feet of snow. Due to the fact that it's a country with a highly multicultural population, we have a lot of problems trying to figure out what kind of foods we like. But the things that apparently Canadians do like, and this was a poll, are butter tarts, boxed macaroni and cheese, ketchup, chips, poutine, and bagged milk, the most confusing milk of all. We have produced 3/4 of the world's maple syrup, most of it in Quebec, and we have a strategic maple syrup reserve, which was a part of a 2012 $30 million heist. We have a maple syrup cartel. It's amazing. We also love beer, and the best part about that is if you are an advertiser in Canada and you're selling beer, you can show the person pouring the beer and holding it, but you can't show them drinking it because children? I guess. It's health and safety gone mad. Hockey. The most popular played sport in Canada is soccer, and the national sport is lacrosse, but we also have hockey, which is the other national sport. And if you can want to compare it to continental hockey, the difference is we allow more fights, and the rules for the penalties are lower, so you can fight way more. Along with curling, which apparently you guys also like, which I found out thanks to the BBC, who are playing it non-stop. Thank you. It's somewhere between cricket and chess, but you get to drink way more. No one actually says a boot, or oot, or any of these things, but things that we do have are Homo Milk, Tukes, Loonies, and Toonies, which is the $2 and $1 coin, and Tim Hortons, which is a coffee chain named after a hockey player, which is so popular it's somewhere between a ubiquitous chain and the state church. We also have a lot of celebrities, which is surprising. We got Ryan Gosling, about half the cast of Firefly and also Castle. We have Austin Powers, a couple of the guys from Arrested Development. The rest of the people in there. But Anyways, Canada, we have the longest coastline, we have the largest non-polar ice cap, we have the most donut shops per capita, and we have a massive boner over the Winter Olympics. So that is everything you need to know about Canada, except for all the things that I left out. So thank you very much.